It's just a simple English exam. You have been doing this all your life, Okay. So let me address the elephant in the room. So what is my strategy for cracking this IELTS exam? Hello, beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel, Ramesh Stories. So today I'm a little outside. I'm in the fields, wandering around. I wanted to make this video by taking some fresh air, basically. So the main aim of this video is to spill the beans of my IELTS success story. So I am going to let you know, guys, the main strategy which I happen to take before writing my IELTS exam. Okay, so let's discuss this out. Okay, let's see what this IELTS contains. So mainly there are two types of IELTS exams. One is IELTS Academic and IELTS General. IELTS Academic is for people who go out for studies, basically for doing some masters, PG diploma and whatsoever. IELTS General is for people who apply for work, or maybe it's mainly for Canada's PR program, or it is also applicable for Australia's PR program as well. So I was mainly concentrating for Canada's PR program. So that is the reason why I gave IELTS General. Okay, so in this IELTS General, you need to score a band of 8,777. Like, there are 4 sections in this IELTS exam, right? So out of these 4 sections, each section contains a band of 9. And out of this 9 bands, in listening, you need to score a minimum of 8. And in reading, writing and speaking, you need to score a minimum of 7. So you get that magic figure of 8,777. Okay, so when you are able to get this 8,777, the only reason is that you will be in the CLB 9 band. CLB 9 is Comprehensive Language Benchmark. So if you can actually succeed getting this CLB 9 band, so what happens, you will get a bigger score, like you will get some additional 50 points and so on. So that will help boost your score. So that's the main reason why, everyone who is trying for this Canada's PR program try for the CLB 9 band, like, or getting 8,777. So there is also one more band called CLB 10. CLB 10 band consists of, like, in the listening you need to score minimum of 8.5, and reading you need to score a minimum of 8, and then speaking and writing you need to score a minimum of 7.5 bands. So that's the whole scoring pattern, and then how people go about preparing for the exams. Okay, so let me address the elephant in the room. So what is my strategy for cracking this IELTS exam? So I mainly took like 2 months of time, because I thought I should give some time to improve my vocabulary and improve my English writing skills or speaking skills and whatsoever, because this is an expensive exam. It costs like around 15,000 Indian rupees or maybe $200 to write this exam. So you're spending some money, so obviously you need to give some time. Otherwise it's hard to crack this exam without proper training or without proper preparing. So honestly, I haven't actually took any formal training whatsoever from any consultancy or from any people. I everything did it on my own. So that is the reason why I'm giving you this strategy, because I think it works out well, basically. So what I did for this strategy is, in these 2 months of time, for the first maybe like 20 days or maybe like 25 days, I wanted to study, I wanted to read a lot, and I wanted to improve my vocabulary. And to improve this vocabulary, there is a book called Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. So this book is based on etymology. Etymology is something which tells you how a word has been originated. It has got all sorts of root words, from simple root words to complex root words. So it has got, like, it is divided into sessions. They have got an exercise at the end of each chapter for you to prepare and then strategize and then learn. It's a very easy book. If you start reading that book, like maybe if you can complete like almost like 15-20 sessions. I think it has got like some 40 odd sessions, like 40 odd chapters. If you can actually complete like 20-25 chapters, maybe take one chapter or maybe one session a day. It hardly takes like 15-20 minutes to complete a session, or maybe if you want to memorize it a little better, you can spend some more time, like less than an hour. It will not even take an hour. For me, it took like almost like 15-20 minutes to do every session. It's not so tough. So if you are able to do that for the first 15-20 days, or maybe like 3 weeks of time at a minimum, if you have some time, you can also do it for maybe a month. And then parallelly, what you need to do is that you need to read a book. So for me, what I did was I ordered a book called Sherlock Holmes. There are like 4 different stories written by this Sherlock Holmes. So this is very good, because in Sherlock Holmes, it's interesting. It's not like you get bored by reading a book. You just start with Sherlock Holmes, and it allows you to understand how an author writes a passage. it has got like complex passages, and then there are like question marks, active voices, passive voices. There are like all kinds of sentences, right? So you need to understand that, because this IELTS exam is all about writing, showcasing your writing talent, and then understanding the passages in the reading section and also in the listening section, because in the listening they will never give you a straightforward question, or they will never tell you in a straightforward way. It is always like, you need to understand, like there are like a lot of synonyms, antonyms and all of things, right? So in order to understand that better, you need to read a lot for the first 15 days out of the 2-month preparation time. Okay, go for preparing yourself, go for learning a lot of root words and learning a lot of things. So once you are able to do that, 2 books I have told, right? One is Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. Other one is Sherlock Holmes or whatsoever, any story book. Okay, 2 books. Go through it for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a minimum, like maybe 20 days, and then start your IELTS preparation. The actual preparation of IELTS starts there. So for this, what you need to do initially, you should actually start preparing for listening, right? In listening, I happen to write like maybe like 20-30 mock tests. So right, so if you want to do the listening exam, I think paper based is very easy and it's very nice, because you will have a pencil. You can even mark or underline whatever you wanted to write or say. So what I did was, before actually starting my exam, I happened to take printouts of all these test papers. I had like a bunch of test papers. I took printouts of this, and then I happened to simulate it like a real exam, and then I happened to play the audio, and I always have the timer with me, and then as the recording is going on, I used to use my Xerox papers, and then I used to take my pencil and then used to write it. So in that way, we can actually answer properly and also later on correct it. If I make any mistakes, I will again go back myself. So that's how I prepared for listening. Reading, it's all about practice. Again, in the same way, you need to practice and practice. Listening and reading, you cannot do anything at all. It's just about practice. Whatever mistakes you make, again you go back to YouTube and then type out the actual mistakes. Like for example, I was not able to do those graphs and charts properly, and then I used to type in YouTube and Google, what are the tips to do this, how do you improve your how do you understand the graph questions and stuff. And then I used to find like a lot of videos and vlogs and a lot of articles. I used to read them and used to understand how this is going on. That's one strategy. Okay, for writing and speaking, it's all about a pattern. In writing there is a set of pattern, like each passage must have like this many sentences, and you need to follow that formula. Then you will be able to crack it. Okay, speaking any which ways, once you start speaking with your friends, colleagues, and then you will be able to crack it. Otherwise, you need to use a lot of vocabulary. So that's in a gist, that is how I was able to prepare. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, so that's my strategy. Basically, it's 2 things. First of all, for the first half of your time, improve your English, improve your vocabulary. Read more, understand more, learn a lot of words, learn a lot of new words, complex words. Then in the second half, you need to practice. That's all. That is all you can do. Once you are able to do these 2 things, you can actually easily crack this IELTS exam. It's no big deal. It's just a simple English exam. You have been doing this all your life. So yeah, for people who happens to come from different backgrounds, like English may not be their medium of education or whatsoever. For them, it may be a little tough. They might need to incur more time, like to understand this English language better. For them, it takes time. So this is how you can strategize yourself for your preparation. And then I also have got plans to prepare or make videos for each section, like listening, reading, writing and speaking. How do you actually prepare and how do you write this exam? So that's maybe for some other time. So for now, let's go for this strategy of preparation in 2 months time. I hope it makes sense. If you guys have any questions, queries, please comment below. And then yeah, before I wrap it up, I just wanted to show you the location where I am. See, look at this. I'm actually sitting under a tree. Like there are a lot of trees out here, right? Yeah, so it's nice, sitting under a tree, fresh air, and then making a video. What else you need, man? Chalo, bye.